Okay. I bet you guys thought you'd never hear this voice again. What's up, guys? It's the Burger Knight 2 here. And today we're going to do a little Battlefield 3 review. This is actually my first game on Battlefield 3. This was recorded on the 25th of October when the game first came out in America. And this very first game, Conquest, I forget what the map name was. And it's actually a pretty good comeback video. Like, I joined the game late and we're losing pretty bad. Our team kind of puts it together, and I won't spoil the ending for you. I don't know if you lose or win. But we do come back. But you don't know if we win or lose. That's the thing. Unless I already said it beforehand, which I can't remember. Whatever. So, before we start this little review on things I like and I don't like about Battlefield 3, in case you are a Battlefield 3 or Battlefield fanboy who doesn't like to hear anything negative about Battlefield, you might want to click away now. And before you guys go call me out on that I'm a COD fanboy or something of another, I'd like you to think about this. My first-person shooter of all time was Battlefield 1942. I bought that in 2002, and I played it way before any COD game, and that probably is my #1 game of all time in terms of first-person shooters. So I'm definitely not biased when it comes to Battlefield and COD. So let's start it. Let's start it now. Hopefully we've kind of weeded out the people who are just going to, what are you talking about? You're all good. You know, that kind of thing. So, so here we go. So there's a couple things. Battlefield 3, it's a very pretty game, you know. It looks great. You know, the graphics are amazing. And I'm playing on console. I'm not even playing on PC, and the graphics are amazing. So the main, why don't we start with the good things? The good things is that it fits the style of Battlefield. It fits the style of team-based games. You know, the game's obviously much more fun with a team. You know, it plays much better with a team. And if you're playing it by solo, you can do well, but you're gonna have a lot more fun with communicating and you know, associating with friends and things like that. That's generally what it feels. And Battlefield, and it does Battlefield justice. It does the Battlefield series justice, I think. And I think a good note on Battlefield, the guns are all pretty balanced. There might be a couple guns that are like, yeah, it's a powerful gun, but generally I think all the guns are just fit the kind of, yeah, they're good. They're all good. I mean, obviously I haven't unlocked all of the guns yet, but from what I've seen so far, all of the guns look pretty good. You know, there's not one standout gun where it's like, oh yeah, I can pretty much use anything on the game and do pretty much the same with it, which is a good thing in a first-person shooter. That's what all first-person shooters need. They don't need one or two guns that are just overwhelmingly powerful. So they did that very good. In terms of console, they have adapted a bit more to consoles. Battlefield is a PC game and it always will be unless they make a tremendous change. They did a good job about adapting the controls. The controls are a bit more sluggish than the beta was. I mean, that just might be something I'm thinking in my mind, but to me, it feels a bit more sluggish in this the full version of the game. But that's fine. You know, they did adapt the controls much better from Battlefield Bad Company 2 to this game, I feel. So, I mean, all these points I'm listing are actually very important points that need to be, you know, go into a good first-person shooter. And, you know, all these things combined can make a very good game. The maps are pretty good. There's only probably about one map I really don't like and I don't enjoy playing. I mean, this map is decent sometimes. This map can be a little weird. And I haven't really met a map. Like I have this one map that I really don't like, but I'll play it. It's not like it's the worst thing ever in the world to play it. You know how some maps when like other games are like that. But this game, they're all kind of decent, and they all kind of fit different play styles, which is good too. They didn't just go with the open field maps and, you know, the just huge, humongous, you know, maps. They went with like nice close quarters maps as well. They have obviously Operation Metro, and they've got a couple other ones that fit the kind of close range engagements. And that's another good thing I want to say about the game is that really it's nice to have a game where what map you're playing depends on what gun you use and what kit you use. Although you can kind of say that you can really use the medic kit on any map. It also, I mean, some of the maps, you know, obviously are big fields, open, things like that. You know, you need very long range guns. Some maps are close range. You know, you might need a submachine gun on like the engineer kit or something. So it's nice to have that where, you know, you don't have like one class where you can pretty much use every game. Although you can kind of argue that the medic class is sort of that, but I don't really feel it is because you know, with the guns on the medic class, they can be a little bit difficult. So let's get into the negative. And if I have missed any positives, it's sorry. I didn't really plan this commentary out. I'm just going to go off the top of my head right now of what I feel. So some of the negatives were, one off the bat is I was kind of disappointed that you have to go onto Battlelog, like a whole different website, to actually like see what your win-loss is. This kind of struck me as odd because Battlefield has always been seen as the game, and has always been the game to me, of where the win-loss actually matters much more than KD in Battlefield. Although you can argue that KD is important in a game type like Conquest and Rush because, you know, it depends on how many times you die and all the tickets you lose. But to me, Battlefield's always been that struggle to win the game and things like that, and it's kind of disappointed me that on the main game they didn't even bother to put the win-loss. You have to actually go separate to an online place to get your win-loss and what it is. So that was a bit disappointing. And yeah, hey Jack, if you're watching this commentary, Jack, you just said hi to me on Skype, so hi, how you doing? So another negative thing was that the microphones on the PS3. Microphones on the PS3 are horrible. I've been having to use Skype with the guys I've been playing with. It's an inconvenience because I kind of expect a game to have working mics and not glitch around every time I try to talk to somebody. That was very disappointing as a whole. I'm kind of getting tired of all these games that are coming out. I mean, Black Ops last year had that problem. Battlefield 3 now has that problem. So I'm kind of getting a little tired of that. And also, I think I'm getting tired of, and this is universal for almost all these first-person shooters that come out, whether it's COD, Battlefield, is like the first couple days of release, first like couple weeks, the servers are absolute shit. I mean, it's almost 2012. I think it's time to kind of step it up, and you know they hype it up so much. And the main thing. See, I don't really have that many complaints. It's just a lot of little things, really. You know what I mean? It's just these like little things in the game that really make me mad. And as of right now, this is a little statistic. As of right now, the game has frozen on me about 6 times. About once when I was actually playing the game, and 5 other times when I've been trying to go on to the game itself. Like, you know, when you pop in the disc and hit play, it's frozen about 5 times doing that. So that is a little discouraging. And that might just be my PS3, and I hope not because I really don't want to buy a new PS3. Yeah. So the other thing that's disappointed me that was in the beta, and there's absolutely no excuse for this right now. I mean, it's just, you cannot make an excuse up because they had this problem in the beta, and the whole point of a beta is to kind of take the flaws and let people kind of give you response on what your game's, you know, happening in the game, and say, listen, you know, you need to fix this, here's a suggestion on this, and that is squads. Now, I've been trying to play in squads with friends, and it's either a couple guys will get put in the other team, a couple guys won't be even in our squad, and you know it's just a semi-inconvenience when they're not put on the same squad as you because then you gotta back out, get to find a squad that's open and everything like that. But it's a real inconvenience when they're put on the other team. Come on, there's absolutely. I mean, this should not happen. I don't understand it. Something I cannot grasp in my mind of why they had the problem on the beta and they didn't fix it for the main game. I mean, come on, really? Like you're gonna put people on the other team? That just does not fly in my book. You know, that is a flaw, and it might not happen to you guys, but it's happening to me and our teammates a lot. So I think they need to try to jump on the ball for that. And I'm not saying these problems are like, you know, it's game breaking. They just need to make a patch to fix it. And that's all they really need. And that's all I really can think of. Like I said, the other things are sort of like, you know, minuscule. And you can just do little patches and little things and little inconveniences. So the main problem I find in the game is just squads and putting teammates on the other team. You want people on your team and your squad. But overall, I give the game, a lot of people have been giving it a 9 out of 10. I say about that too. I say about 9 out of 10. Yeah, I think it's a fair score. I mean, 9 out of 10 is a very good. I think that's probably what I'll give Modern Warfare 3 as well. So I think they'll both sort of be in that range of scores. But other than that, peace out, guys. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thank you.